Millions of people search YouTube every single day to find information to help them solve a problem. Now imagine how many thousands of potential clients are looking for the expertise that you can provide them with. So if the thought of editing video is holding you back from creating regular video content, then you have a problem. Because without video, fewer people are going to find your business, trust takes longer to build, and your expertise remains invisible. And what's even more galling, you're probably losing potential clients to a competitor who has half your knowledge. But what if I told you editing video doesn't have to be overwhelming anymore? You don't need to spend hours splitting and cutting video clips and manually editing out mistakes, ums and ers, because with the advent of AI, video editing is now as simple as editing a Word document. Don't believe me? Then follow me and I'll explain everything to you. So I'm going to be using my favourite video editing tool called Veed.io. You can test out some of the features once for free. So make the most of Veed's spring offer while you can and get a 20% reduction on all paid annual plans. The first thing you'll need to do is either upload your raw video file into Veed by selecting New Project and then uploading your file right here. Alternatively, if it's easier for you, you can select Record to record your video directly in Veed. If you do that, you'll have Veed's teleprompter and AI script prompt to hand, which makes video recording an absolute breeze. Once you've got your video uploaded, it will open up in Veed's video editor. At the bottom of the page is the video editing timeline, and on the far left-hand side is the video playhead. But you don't need to worry about any of those features. All you need to do is click on the button above that says Edit with Script. On the left-hand side, you might be prompted to select the language of your video. So click on the drop-down menu and select the relevant language that you're speaking in. So for me is UK English. And then click on Auto-transcribe. So what's happening now is Veed is using AI to turn your video into text. Once that's done, you'll notice that your video script appears on the left-hand side of your screen, much like a Word document. Veed has also transcribed your video and added subtitles over the top. Don't worry too much about these at the moment because I'm going to show you how to edit and customize them in just a minute. At the top of your script, you'll find a button that says Magic Tools. These are going to help us remove awkward silences and remove filler words like ums and ers. If you'd rather not see deleted sections, just toggle this button to the off position. Looking at your script, you'll find some greyed out areas, and these are silences or pauses as you talk. Obviously, they're going to vary in duration. Nobody talks incessantly without stopping to draw breath. So what you need to decide is how long is too long for a silence. Next, if you click on Magic Tools again and remove silences, you can now decide whether to delete all short silences. You'll see them highlighted in a sort of orange colour on your script. Delete the long silences, or you can customise how long you want a silence to be. So I'm going to ask Veed to delete all silences that are longer than 0.5 seconds. And then I'm going to click on Remove to confirm my choice. So if I have a quick scan through the script, I can see that the silences over 0.5 seconds have been deleted because they've got a line through them. Any of these changes can be undone by hovering your cursor over the deleted silences and clicking on Restore. You're going to go through the exact same process to remove filler words like ums and ers with just one click of a button by going back up to Magic Tools, hovering your cursor over Remove Filler Words. I can see one filler word in my script which is highlighted in orange, so I'm just going to click on Remove Filler Words. And I don't know if you can see, but that has now been greyed out and crossed out. Again, if that was a mistake, hover your cursor over the section and click on Restore. You can delete any part of your video in exactly the same way as you would delete sections of a Word document. So you can delete individual words, sentences, and even paragraphs. Highlight the section with your cursor that you don't want anymore, and then click on Remove. That's now been crossed out and greyed out. And if you go down to the video editing timeline, you'll notice that Veed has clipped that section out of your video. I mentioned at the start of this tutorial that Veed will automatically put a layer of subtitles over the top of your video. You don't have to have them at all, but it just makes video editing so much smoother and more streamlined and saves you a ton of time having to add them manually. You can customize the subtitles by selecting the purple layer on top of the video editor, which then brings up a subtitle menu on the left-hand side of your screen. You can now go ahead and check for spellings. If there are any spelling queries, Veed will highlight a word in orange and then ask you to confirm whether the spelling is correct, to correct that one instance of the spelling or correct more. Again, just as you would with a Word document, you can go ahead and make any adjustments, change the spelling, adjust the grammar by placing your cursor within the text box, and then making any alterations. Editing the style of the captions couldn't be easier, so if you really can't stand the captions as they are, click on the little Style tab, and that will open up another menu of subtitle styles for you to choose from. So scroll down and see which one you prefer. And to apply that particular style to the captions, all I need to do is click on the little thumbnail image, and that's done. I can edit them even more by clicking on the little edit button and use all the tools in this menu to customize the font, size, color, text outline, shadow, and even the color highlight. So I'm going to change the color highlight to my own brand, lime green. And that's it. Earlier on, I mentioned Veed's eye corrector feature, which was an absolute game changer for me. So if you want to be able to read from a teleprompter without having to remember a script and maintaining eye contact with the camera, then watch this video, which is coming up next. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.